Port authorities at the Beitbridge Port of Entry near Musina are still monitoring the gridlock of truck congestion, which started over the weekend, where there was a situation where the line and the queue of trucks would stretch for up to about almost 20 kilometers. Now, this is a result of the delays in screening as well as processing of these trucks on the Zimbabwean side. Majority of them are transporting cargo as far as the Congo from areas like Durban as well as Johannesburg. Well, now the truck congestion has started moving. We've seen that queue slowly starting to move, and authorities, including the Border Management Authority, now say that that distance and the queue, the line rather, now currently stretches for about 8 kilometers. Let's bring in the port commander at the Beitbridge Port of Entry at the Beitbridge Border Post, that is Bring us up to speed in terms of where we currently find ourselves regarding this congestion of trucks that are headed towards the Port of Entry.
I think what we can say is that if you were here on Friday, we were at a crisis of a situation where we were at 20 kilometers of trucks lining up from the border to the N1 corridor. But from then until now, what we've done is that we met with the Zim colleagues just to try and align our processes. From that meeting, we started seeing trucks moving much quicker in terms of the corridor and the port of entry itself. But maybe what we can say is that this congestion has been building up for 2 months or so, if you can just look back at the past 2 months, where we started seeing trucks coming our way in large numbers, but this past week it kind of escalated into what we've seen at the moment. However, after interventions that we kind of implemented with the Zim colleagues, there's been some quick processing of trucks, but the reasons were that on the Zimbabwe side, as you will know, they do not have much of a parking space. What that does is that when we do our processing on our side, there are obviously delays on the same side because they are not able to deal with what we're feeding them as a receiving country. However, we also met with the traders themselves, the transporters, to try and understand where can we assist. In this regard, we also bring on board the truck park owners that are on the N1 corridor towards the border, and they've been very helpful in that when we do experience congestions, we use the truck parks that are along the N1 to decongest the road. You will have seen now that there's not much on the road in terms of congestions. Yes, the trucks are still there, around 8 kilometers long from the border, but it is all under control because there are no roads that are closed, traffic's flowing normally. That's largely because there's cooperation between ourselves and truck park owners and also, traders themselves, traders. What we did also is that we engaged the Provincial Department of Traffic in Limpopo to say, look, we know that when there are abnormals on the road, abnormals are largely the biggest cause of traffic congestions. We said to them, can we suspend the movement of abnormals at least for the next few days or so that we allow traffic to get back to normal before we resume with abnormals. They've agreed with that proposal. And then what we've been promised is that from today, probably until the end of the week, they will not be approving any request for abnormals to move through Beitbridge, so that they allow us to deal with what we have at the moment, so that we are able to get back to normal. But otherwise, things are under control at the moment.
And we also engaged with some of these truck drivers who indicated that their particular concern is that regarding safety, especially at night. What is it that you are doing to address that particular challenge of the safety of truckers?
You would have seen that on the N1 corridor, we have got multiple stop and search. We have a roadblock at the Baobab toll gate, which is 24-hour roadblock. We have another one at Matombo, which is about 10 kilometers from the border. Those roadblocks are manned by a variety of stakeholders, from police, from BMA, from traffic and defense force as well. And we are also patrolling the corridor movement of trucks to ensure that there are no incidents of robberies or trucks being attacked. What we know is that there's not been any report since last week until now of any truck even been attacked or even been robbed. So I think up to so far, colleagues on the corridor from law enforcement, we have done what we need to do in terms of securing, ensuring that there are no criminal activities that are taking place on the road. And I think we also have communication with the traders and the guys who are truck drivers as well on the road, so that we have some early warning mechanism. If you pick up something that's going on the road which you think it needs law enforcement, we are on standby 24 hours to respond to that. But up so far, we have put measures in place to counter against that, and we've not seen anything going wrong with that.
Port Commander Ntakuseni Lambani there speaking to us about the traffic congestion of trucks that is leading to the Beitbridge Border Post, indicating that it has since started to improve and that the trucks are moving and that they will suspend the movement of abnormal vehicles on the road, also saying that they are tackling also the issue of safety of these truck drivers.